Miss Brotherton, this young lady is the former girlfriend of your nephew. I must assume this is the nephew.
Yes.
Is that your sister's child or your brother's child?
Actually, cousin.
Okay, so he's not a nephew, he's a cousin. How is he a cousin?
I think he's the third cousin.
So it's not a relationship that's actually...
But we're closer than that. We are
Fine.
a family.
I just like to keep things straight. So he's not a nephew. He's not related to you by blood. He is at best a third cousin, a cousin of a cousin of a cousin.
Yes.
But you're a close group.
Yes.
Great, I got it. I just wanted to see whether this was accurate.
Yes.
It says my nephew's ex-girlfriend.
His mother and I are best friends. I've known their family since I
don't
was
care.
forever.
I like to know
What the relationship
what the relationship is, especially when you swear that he's your nephew. Now he's your best friend's son. So almost like a nephew to you. Okay. Well, whatever he is, he didn't have enough money to rent an apartment with his girlfriend, who either had or was having a baby. When did that take place?
I had Xander June 30th of 2015.
And when did you move into an apartment with the cousin, friends, whatever?
January 25th of 2016.
While you were pregnant, you lived at home?
Yes.
And about 6 months after you had the baby, you decided to move in with the baby's father. That would be him.
Yes.
But neither of you had enough money to qualify for a lease on an apartment, so you co-signed for them.
I did.
And then it sort of didn't work out, and you moved out in November of 2016.
Yes.
And you moved back home.
Yes.
And you want, since her half of the rent, the idea was they were supposed to split the rent.
Yes.
The idea is you want her half of the rent for those 2 months.
November, December, and the prorated part of January, because she never did leave the apartment.
Well, she left the apartment. She may have left some stuff there, but she left the apartment according to you. According to you, you said she left stuff there. She left, and then they entered into a custody battle.
She has things there. She did not leave the apartment. She comes and goes still.
Well, that's not what you actually say in your complaint. What you say in your complaint is, in November of 2016, Destiny and Zach broke up, which started a custody battle. Destiny left her belongings at the apartment, but refused to pay the rent.
She broke up with them. She declared that she was not going to pay any more rent in the middle of November and that she was moving back to her mother's. But that didn't happen exactly that way. She came and went, and it wasn't until beginning of January.
Do you live with them?
No, I do not.
So that you don't know any of this from your firsthand knowledge. You only know it from your cousin, maybe girlfriend's son, Zach. You don't know any of this from your firsthand knowledge.
I do know.
Just a second. Were you in the apartment when she came back?
No.
Then you don't know any of it from your firsthand knowledge. You do. Stand up. You're Zach.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. In January of 2016, where were you working?
Degree, that is a landscaping company, miss.
In January?
Yeah.
And how long were you there?
I worked there for about 6 months.
So you worked
It's a
there from
season.
January until June?
No, when we first got this apartment, miss, I detailed cars. From then, which was like midway through the lease,
Just a
Like-
minute. I'll talk to him. In January, you detailed cars for whom?
for Shine and Ride on East Galbraith in Reading, Ohio.
Were you paid by the hour, by the
Yes,
week?
ma'am.
By the hour. You were paid in check,
Yes, ma'am.
which you deposited.
Yes, ma'am.
And how much was the check that you deposited each week?
Maybe 400 up.
And what was the rent on the apartment?
$615.
And where were you working, Miss Roseberry?
I was bartending at a nightclub, New York Cabaret.
And that's when you moved in?
Yes.
Okay. And your arrangement was you were supposed to split the expenses?
Yes.
Okay. Did you continuously have this job detailing until June?
Yes, ma'am.
And after June?
I hooked up with one of my buddies and started landscaping.
You mean you hooked up with one of your buddies and started your own company? Or
No. He works with a previous company that he got me in through.
And that was in June?
Yeah.
So you were detailing cars up until June, and then you started to work for landscaping company.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you still working there?
I am. I'm unemployed. I do shop hours, miss.
What does that mean?
That means, like, I don't get a check weekly, but I can still come there and do shop hours throughout the week and be paid under the table.
So how many hours a day do you get paid for under the table?
To be honest, Your Honor, because I'm laid off through them right now, I haven't been calling back
you
and
were
getting
laid
the shop.
off.
Yes, ma'am.
When were you laid off?
The beginning of January is when I was laid off.
Of this year?
Yes, ma'am.